Good morning, class 6, and welcome back to your online class. Children, last time I have sent you a PDF from chapter 1, categories of computer and computer languages. I'm sure you must have gone through the PDF which contains pages from first chapter. Okay, so if you don't have your books, you need not worry. I will be sending you the PDF from all the chapters. Okay, so I think yesterday I have sent you a PDF which contains all the pages from chapter 1. Please go through it. Accordingly, I'll be doing your classes also, okay? So, we were discussing categories of computer and computer languages. And last time I've told you about the types of computer, and I have discussed about mobile computers, right? So, I told you about the laptops, I told you about tablets, tabs and all, no? So, today I will be discussing about smartphones. As I told you, I will discuss about smartphones. So smartphones are mobile phones. So you must have seen smartphones. You know what is smartphones, how it looked like, and I'm sure you are using smartphones right now also. Okay, smartphones are basically mobile phones providing additional features that are required for performing day-to-day activities. These features include sending emails and accessing the internet. So, children, you must be aware that smartphones got some additional features which is not there in a laptop, which is not there in a desktop computer, which is not there in the tablet. It has got some additional features, and the most important advantages of having a smartphone is that it is very, very handy. It is very, very easy to carry. Wherever you take it, it's very easy to carry it, right? So in smartphone, you can also find built-in camera and a music player. So it's more or less like a camera. You can capture videos, you can capture photos, memories, okay? And at the same time, if you're feeling bored, you can always listen to music and you can watch videos, right? So today, smartphones are considered in a category of computers. Today, smartphones are it also comes under the computer category, okay? So this is because smartphones are equipped with many features of computers. Smartphones are equipped, okay? These phones are manufactured in such a way that many equipments have been used. The computer's equipment have been used in smartphones. That's why it comes under computers categories, okay? For example, smartphones support various applications such as word processing application to edit document. Yes, you have to check in your phone that you have got Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel and Microsoft PowerPoint. That means the whole package is known as Microsoft Office is also there in your smartphones. And image editing applications to create and edit image, a web browser to access internet, and instant messaging applications such as WhatsApp and Skype. In addition, most of the smartphones provide a touchscreen features and a virtual keyboard similar to a computer keyboard. Yes, children, in a smartphone you will get a web browser, Google, where you can search any kind of information. Then if you want to send messages, you'll get a message application where you can type the messages, and you have WhatsApp, you have Skype, you have Viber, you have many other applications which helps you to send messages, and at the same time you will get a virtual keyboard which helps us to type text messages like you do it from the laptop, okay? That is why it is also known as a computer. So one more example I'm giving you is a game console. This is an interactive computer used for an entertainment. This game console is also a computer, but these are specially used for entertainment. It displays video games when connected to a television or a computer monitor. So game consoles are actually used to play video games, but it has to be connected to the monitor or with the television, okay? A typical game console consists of a handheld controller or a remote controller that controls the characters in a game, a television or a computer screen for display, and a storage medium. Some common example of game console are Nintendo DS Lite, Microsoft Xbox 360, Microsoft Kinect, and PlayStations and all. You must be using that PlayStation. These all are used to play games, but these game console needs to be attach or needs to be connected with the television or with the computer's monitor. This is also a kind of a computer. Now comes embedded computer. Embedded computers, these computers are inserted inside a device or an electronic applications to perform and control some specific task. Embedded means these are inside the specific machines which helps us to control some specific task. Okay, like in your mobile phones, if you don't have a speaker, if you don't have it, then you won't be able to record and you won't be able to listen. Okay, you need a speaker outlet for that. Okay, so same thing, an embedded computer is also required to control specific task. For example, a washing machine has a small computer inside it that controls the operation required to wash clothes. Yes, in a washing machine also has got a embedded machine. In washing machine we have got a small embedded computer. Okay, that is embedded computers are also a computer. In a washing machine also you will get it. That embedded computers helps you to control how to wash clothes, how to dry, how to spin it, the timer, everything will be there in a washing machine. Like in the same way you will get that embedded computer in oven also. Okay, in oven, microwave oven also. The same way you will get it in refrigerators also. Okay, so these are all embedded computers. Okay, I'm giving you an example, children. Please listen to it carefully because you will have to write this in your exams. All these are the examples of embedded computers. Microwave oven, as I told you, and television also has got an embedded computer inside. Refrigerators also have it. Okay, now comes the very, very important part of a computer is the microcomputers. Microcomputers are smaller computers that runs on microprocessor in their central processing unit. Microcomputers are the micro means the smallest computer. Example of microcomputer is you have in your school, you have at home, you are using it. Okay, that is a desktop computer. These computers are used by individuals to work at one place. You cannot carry microcomputers wherever you want. You have to keep it in one place. You have to sit there and you have to use it. And in a microcomputer, only one person can work at a time. Okay, so it's the smallest computer, which is called a desktop computer. These are designed for use as a desk or a table. Desktop computers are generally referred to as a personal computer. They are mostly used in homes, schools and office. Yes, I told you microcomputers are designed in a microcomputer. I'm talking about desktop computers. Desktop computers are designed so that you can use it at home, school and especially in offices. It's very, very comfortable to work in a desktop computer. Now comes the mini computers. Okay, children, so just now I told you about microcomputers. So listen to me carefully. In microcomputers, I told you about desktop computers. I want you all to draw a desktop computer which contains monitor, keyboard, mouse, CPU. Okay, so desktop computers, a complete set of desktop computers. You draw it in your computer exercise copy and you send it to my personal number. Okay, I have sent you a personal number. I have given you my personal WhatsApp number. You please write your name and you just send it to me. Okay, you have to draw a desktop computer in your copy, right? Now comes mini computers. So mini computers, they are multiprocessing machines that can support up to 200 users at the same time. Minis are bigger than microcomputer. It is like a less powerful mainframe computers and is about the size of a refrigerator. That means the size of the mini computer was bigger than the microcomputer. That means the size of mini computer is the size of a refrigerator. You must have seen refrigerator, fridge. Okay, the size of mini computer is the same, right? A server can be an example of a mini computer, but not all the servers are mini computer. Despite the name, or my mini computers is not a personal computer like the desktop machine you might have at home or work. So mini computers are not used as a personal computers. I'm telling you, only microcomputers are used as a personal computers. Mini computers are not used as a personal because mini computers are larger in size and around 200 users will be using mini computer. That means mini computers are not meant to use for personal work, right? So they are much larger in size and are used in universities and big organizations. So these mini computers are actually worked as a server. Server means one person will be controlling the whole organization with the help of one server. Okay, all other computers are connected using a network, and those computers are called client, but the main computer will be called a server that will control the entire organization. In such organizations, the mini computers are used because it is bigger in size. Okay, so examples of mini computers are Micro VAX 310, HP 2100, PDP-8 and CDC 160A. So children, in every computers, microcomputers, mini computers, in every categories of computer, the examples have been given. You have to remember, you have to write down the examples of all these categories of computer. Okay. Now comes the mainframe computer. These are powerful computers that are used by large organizations and armed forces to perform large tasks and manage a huge amount of transaction. So children, as you can see in the picture, page number 7, mainframes are very big in size. It's bigger than micro and bigger than mini computers. And these computers are actually used by armed force. Okay. And these are used to perform large tasks and manage a huge amount of transactions. So we cannot use mainframe computers at home, right? So this is because bank wants to ensure that all the users can access their account without failure. And mainframes are used for a large amount of transaction and reliability of operations. To handle these transactions, mainframes are used by large organizations, airlines and banks. In a bank where the large amount of transaction takes place, these mainframe computers are used. Okay children, so as I have sent you a PDF yesterday, please check the pages. Okay, whatever I have discussed you today, please check each and every pages. And as I told you, you have to draw one personal computer. That means a whole set of computer system, desktop computer, which contains a monitor, keyboard, mouse and CPU. Please draw neatly in your computer copy. This will come in their examination. Okay children, so until then, please go through your copies, go through your PDF which I have sent you, and the homeworks which I have given you. Please do it, and I will see you in my next class. Okay, thank you children.